Hello guys, and welcome back to Malcolm's Anatomy. In today's video, what we are going to do is simply taking a brief look at what is happening in the breast of someone with breast cancer. Now hold on, we are not going to bore you with so many medical grammar or stuff like that. Instead, we have designed this video to be very easy to understand, using a 3D female model to explain the concepts or changes taking place in the breast tissue. Now mind you, breast cancer is actually a condition that can affect both males and females. So regardless of your gender, this video should concern you. So guys, without wasting much time, let's get started. Now we are in my computer guys, and you can see the 3D female model we'll be using throughout this video to explain the key features and changes taking place in the breast of a breast cancer patient. Now at this point, it is important that we look at a brief anatomy or structure of the breast before proceeding on our topic on breast cancer. When we talk about the anatomy or structure of the breast, behind the physical skin of the breast, we basically have two notable structures. The first is a mound of fat, and the second is what we call a glandular tissue. Now this 3D model you can see here has had its skin removed. The skin has been removed in order for you to clearly see the two notable structures we are talking about here. Now this yellow structure you can see here is representing the mound of fat. It is representing the mound of fat. Also, there is a network of what we call lactiferous ducts and lobules forming the glandular tissue. So we have two structures here. We have the lobes here forming a connection or a network with the lactiferous ducts. You can see the lactiferous ducts connecting with the lobes here. Now, these actually play an important role in the production and transportation of milk during lactation or breastfeeding. So milk is produced here in the lobules and transported through the lactiferous ducts down to the nipple. So to make it clear, the network between the lactiferous ducts and the lobes is what we call the glandular tissue, responsible for the production and transportation of milk during lactation. That's the simplest way we can put it, and I think this knowledge of the breast anatomy is sufficient for us to proceed in this video to our main topic of the day, which is breast cancer. So let's talk about breast cancer. How does it start, and what is the cause? Well, we can say that breast cancer starts when certain cells in the breast begin to grow without control. These abnormal growths of cells usually occur in the lactiferous ducts or in the lobules. Not to worry, we will dive into more detail as we progress in this video. Now, the second question is, what causes the abnormal growth of certain cells in the breast that leads to cancer? Well, let's just say that the exact cause of uncontrolled cell growth in breast cancer is not fully understood yet. Yes, you heard me correctly. We don't have a conclusive answer to that question yet. But it is believed that several factors can contribute to these growths. Please do well to check the description of this video to see 6 possible factors that could contribute to cancerous growth. So, moving forward, breast cancer can be grouped into stages. Now, when we want to group cancer into stages, we usually consider 3 factors. The first factor is the size of the cancerous growth or tumor. The second factor is, has this tumor spread to other structures such as the lymph nodes? The third factor is, has the tumor spread to other parts of the body, including organs? Now we call this spread of a tumor, this movement of a tumor from one part to a different part, we call it tumor metastasis. So considering these factors, breast cancer has been grouped into 5 stages, numbering from stage 0 to stage 4. Let's briefly consider the changes taking place in each of these stages. Starting with the first stage, stage 0, what is actually happening here? Well, take a deeper look at the lobules. What can you see? The yellow structures growing inside the lobules are tumors or cancerous growths, or better still, you can call them carcinoma. What about the lactiferous ducts? Has any abnormal growth started there? Let's take a look. What can you see? Definitely, a tumor growth or carcinoma has appeared at the part of the lactiferous duct closest to the lobule. Now, what is similar between the tumors in the lactiferous ducts and the tumors in the lobules? What is similar? Well, they are both described as being in situ. What does this mean? It means that they remain in the area in which they originated and they show no signs of spreading to nearby tissues. If detected at this stage, treatment of breast cancer can often be very effective. So guys, early diagnosis is key to the treatment of breast cancer. Let's move on to the next stage, that is stage 1. What's happening here? Well, take a deeper look. What do you notice about the tumor? Well, you can see that it has slightly increased in size. Moving on to the next stage, which is stage 2. Well, at this stage, we can see that metastasis of the tumor has begun. Take a look at this. The tumor has spread to a nearby lymph node. You can see it here. From the lactiferous ducts, it has spread to the lymph node. That's what we can see here. Now, let's move on to the next stage, which is stage 3. What do we see here? Take note of these changes. We can see that the tumors are more invasive and have spread to other parts of the body, mostly within the chest region. Look at the lymph node at the axilla or the armpit region. What can we notice here? The tumors have spread to this area as well. You can see them. Also, take a look at how deep the tumor have spread within the breast. Notice this. You can see the size of this tumor. Notice the size of the tumor. Now, what else can you notice here? You will see that the tumor may be visible on the surface of the skin. Take a look at this. This red lesion you can see on the surface of the skin as a result of the growth of this tumor. So basically, in stage 3, more metastasis has occurred, mostly within the regions of the chest. Now, moving on to the final stage, stage 4, what can we say is happening here? Well, at this point, we can say that the tumors are in their most invasive state, meaning they have gone as far and wide as possible. Now you can find them in organs such as the lungs, the bones, liver, brain, and also distant lymph nodes. For example, take a look at this metastasis to the bone here. This is the right humerus. You can find the tumor here, grown in size. Also, take a look at the metastasis to the liver happening here. You can find the tumor here on the liver. How about the lungs? Take a look at the lungs here, at this part. Let's take a closer look. You can find them on the surface of the lungs. You can see them. And lastly, take a look at the metastasis to distant lymph nodes, like this one we have here. And find the tumor here as well. So basically, stage 4, which is the 5th stage of breast cancer, is the most advanced stage, in which you would observe the metastasis of the tumor or carcinoma to various sites in the body, as we have seen. So remember guys, we have talked about 5 stages, starting from stage 0 to stage 4, and you have seen the various changes occurring in the breast tissue, as well as metastasis of the carcinoma or tumor to other parts of the body at stage 3 and stage 4 of the breast cancer. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Like we promised, we have made this video as easy to understand as possible. So I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to this channel. If you haven't, please drop your likes and your comments. For more information on breast cancer, we have an article on our website that you could read. We have dropped the link to the article on the description of this video. Thank you once again guys. I'll see you guys in subsequent videos.